Producer Mykah here, and the last video I dropped about a beat breakdown of my last single, a lot of you guys were just dropping comments like this, like a lot of comment that I should do the vocal mix breakdown, and that's what we're gonna be doing today. So quick one, the project was recorded by Mykah, but it was recorded on Logic. The whole mixing was done on Logic. For me to be able to stream, like record my screen and do the whole thing, my PC is not that strong to screen record and also be working on the mix. I tried doing it and the whole thing was just messed up, so I decided to just transfer the whole mix to FL Studio. So I'm just going to be doing the breakdown on FL Studio, basically the same thing. I tried as much as possible to make it sound close to the original, but yeah, let's just go right to our DW. Get your headphones and let's go. Quickly, I'm just going to play a section of it so you hear what it sounds like. Then I just go into show you guys what's in the vocal chain, and if you're on the Patreon, I'm just gonna drop the vocal chain right in the Patreon for you guys. Okay, so let's just listen.
What if I like your baby? What if I like your style? Them say you they use them for me, but it no be their consign. No. Even if I'm a tan, but you they drip like my there's no one like you. Started walk by all over. Settle my for this your back, everything brand new. Bad boys want to offer panties, but them no fit. Yeah. Oh she me, Emini go sell me. Yeah. Bad boys want to offer panties, but them no fit. Yeah. Plenty cho. Now she they give them OT. Ginika soro.
So let's just go right into the lead vocal chain, right? Which we have this.
What if I like your baby?
The first thing first, I sent that vocal to the lead, right? To a lead channel, and from there I'm just having auto-tune. So on the original project, the auto-tune that was used was the pitch auto-tune, like the default auto-tune that comes with Ableton, and it was all the way to the end. So the return speed was all the way to the end, or like the fastest. So I just used the return speed of around 8, right? And let me just take off all the effects so we hear what the dry vocal actually just sounds like.
What if I like your baby? What if I like your style? Them say you they use them for me.
So you can see even just the raw vocal sounds amazing, amazing. Clean record. It's a clean vocal record. So yeah, so once you want to have like a good vocal mix, you just make sure you're having a very, very good starting point, right? So with the auto-tune, we now have this.
What if I like your baby? What if I like your style? Them say you they use them for me.
Then next thing, I'm routing that lead channel to a boss where we have the lead boss, and so you can see from here we have the routing, all routing it to the lead boss, and for the lead boss we have some various effects which we're just gonna start. I'm just gonna start showing you guys. Let me take it off and turn it on. All right, so the first one is the EQ, now. So, and for me, I feel like Mykah Boy's vocal chain, the EQ does like a lot of the textures that you hear on the vocal, because the EQ curve is what gives it that feel, right? So you can see we're taking a lot of low end, right? So let me just turn that on.
What if I like your baby?
Right.
What if I like your style?
Yeah, so you can see, let's come over here. Let's turn it off, right?
What if I like your baby?
So what if I like? You can see we're taking a lot of low end. So you can see we're taking all this out from the vocal.
But it no be their consign, even if I'm at. Then
we have a little boost at 7K, just a little boost. So yeah, so this is what the vocal is basically, the EQ is basically doing.
What if I like your baby? What if I like your style? Them say you they use them for me.
And one thing you guys should need to know is that once your mix is not distorting, once everything can be heard, it's a good mix for me. I feel like that is a good mix. You don't have to like overthink the whole process. Once everything is clean, you can hear the vocals, you can hear the beat, nothing is distorting. Trust me, you have a good mix, right? So so that's just it for the EQ. Then we have the compressor. So with this, we're using the SSL comp, and this is what that does.
What if I like your baby?
You're just doing a little bit of the taming. What what if, that place is a bit high, so you just ducking it down, making everything sound, kind of leveled. So I'm using the solid SSL, compressor, and this is our threshold.
What if
Our ratio, I'm using ratio 10:1. Then a pretty slow release, right? Then not doing a little bit of makeup, give me a very fast attack. So
what if I like your baby?
so without the compressor, I have this.
What if I like your baby? What if I like your
So baby, the compressor now you can see it's kind of leveled.
What if I like your baby? What if I like your style?
So you can see everything hitting just this perfect where we want it to be. Right. Then the next thing is another EQ. So like I said, the EQ is what's doing a whole lot of work. So I'm using the fab filter Q3, and this is another EQ curve.
What if I like your baby? What if I like your style?
So still boosting a lot of the high. So all this high we're adding, we're still kind of bringing it. The SR that isn't just gonna lay, because now you are hearing the S's a lot, but we're gonna tame that, right? So taking a lot of low end again. So yeah, then he just brought down around 190 hertz, brought it down by -3 dB. Yeah, so this is just our EQ curve. So we have this curve here, we also have this cut here, and yeah, that's just the curve. Then you have a boost around 11.4 kilohertz, right? So just to give it that shape or give it that feel that we want. Then like I said, with all those boosts in the high, definitely we've affected the S's. You can hear it's becoming too much. So brought in the DSR, which is waves DSR, and just brought down the threshold to -30. So with that, it sounds like this.
What if I like your baby? What if I like your style?
So you can see the style now is, a bit subtle, sounds nice.
What if I like your baby? What if I like your style?
Nice. So that's just what the DSR is doing. The next thing is this amazing plugin called Smooth Operator, and I just love this because it's like, I think it's AI based, so it does a lot of the adjustment. You listen to your sample and just try to do 1 or 2 adjustments for you. So with that, this is what it sounds like. But
what if I like your baby?
Let me turn it off.
What if I like your style? Them say you they use them for me, but it no be their consign.
To just cut on this region and just boosted this 1.5. I think it's around 1.5.
What if I like your baby?
You can see the cuts.
What if I like your style? Them say you they use them for me, but it no be their.
So you can see how the vocal is already sounding nice already. Nice. If I just put in a reverb now here, for example, just put in a reverb and this is gonna sound amazing.
What if I like your baby? What if I like your style? Them say you they use them for me.
So you see with the reverb that already sounds nice. But yeah, the next thing we have is another CLA compressor, and this is just increasing the gain, like taking the vocals all the way up. So we have this.
What if I like your baby? What if I like your style?
It gives the vocal like weight. You can feel the weight. Let me just turn it off and turn it on. You're gonna feel the weight.
What if I like your baby? What if I like your style? Them say you they use them for me, but it no be their consign. Even if for a matan, but you they drip like my there's no one like you.
So from this, let me just turn it off.
What if I like your baby? What if I like your style?
To this.
Them say you they use them for me, but it no be their consign.
Nice. This is nice, man. Just few effects. Then the next thing we have this exciter and the vocal. So when people are asking me which saturation do you use for the vocal, we have the Affect Vintage Exciter, and I'm just gonna play that.
What if I like your baby?
So you can see
what if I like your style?
With it.
Them say you they use them for me, but it no be their consign.
So just it just excites the vocal, like add that presence in the vocal. You can feel it, right? So yeah, we have this.
What if I like your baby? What if I like your style?
Nice, and I must say that's basically everything we have on the vocal chain, and this is like constant for all Iga Boy song. You hear out there, this chain is just the same thing. You just sometimes it's just to tweak the compressors, just to fit that particular track. But for the EQ, it's always the same because it's always recording with the same mic, recording the same environment. But yeah, to have this, and then we have this NS. I don't know, this was on the chain too, the NS. So I feel like this is just to like tame, because normally I use the NS for noise, but there's no noise. But we just have that there to just serving like just tame the high end, right? So we have this. Let me just put it in.
What if I like your baby? What if I like your style? Them say you they use them for me.
So you can see it just makes the, what is it called? Makes the high end a little bit subtle. So acting like a DSR, but not really a DSR. And that's it, man. That's the vocal chain you have there. So let's put it with the beats. So we hear.
What if I like your baby? What if I like your style? Them say you they use them for me. But it no be their concern. Even if I'm a time, about you they drip like my there's no one like you. Started walk by all over. Settle my for this your back, everything brand new.
Alright, so you can see everything is just leveled. So the next thing we're gonna do now is, descends. So doing some little reverb send and the likes. So on the original track, the reverb was added like on the vocal itself. It was not added as a send. And I think you use it's a default stop plugin from Logic, and I think it was just about 20%, right? But for this, trying to recreate it, I just tried to use a send bus, and I'm using the Valhalla. All I just need to do is come over here, right click, and just use this. I changed to this track and added my Valhalla reverb. So I'm just gonna turn that on now, so you hear how it sounds with the reverb.
What if I like your baby?
So let's turn it on.
What if I like your baby? What if I like your style? Them say you they use them for me, but it no be their concern. Even if I'm a time, about you they drip like my there's no one like you. Started walk by all over. Settle my for this your back, everything brand new.
Nice, so you can hear the reverb, you can hear. So what I did was using the Valhalla vintage verb. I think I can bring down maybe the decay a little bit. Yeah, and I just added an EQ underneath it. And it's good to use your reverb as sense, because you can add more effect on the reverb. You can be very creative with the reverb. You can decide to sidechain the reverb, add a lot of amazing processing on your reverb once you use them as sense, right? So we have that.
What if I like your baby? What if I like your style? Them say you they use them for me, but it no be their concern. Even if I'm a time, about you they drip like my there's no one like you. Started walk by all over. Settle my for this your back, everything brand new. Bad boys want to over panties, but them no fit. Yeah. Oh she me, it make me go sell me. Yeah.
Nice. Then the next thing, is the delay. So for the delay, I'm using H delay. Also using the delay as sense. Like I said, it's good to use all these as sense, man. It's just amazing as sense. So I'm using the H delay and I'm using 1/4. So let's just put that. And the delay is really, really subtle. It's just like you're not really gonna feel it, but let's just turn it on. And with the H delay, I'm also just creating like a radio effect on it. And it's just the default radio effect that comes with fruity parametric EQ.
What if I like your baby?
So yeah, you can hear the delay.
What if I like your baby? What if I like your style? Them say you they use them for me, but it no be their concern. Even if I'm a time, about you they drip like my there's no one like you. Started walk by all over. Settle my for this your back, everything brand new.
Yeah, then we go to the what is it called, the backups. And for the backups, it's still like the same process, right?
But them no fit. Yeah. Plenty cho. Now she they give them OT. Guinea casoro. Ade for you. Girl make I be your sponsor. Ade for you. Girl make I give you password to my wallet. Ade for you. Many ways I fit tell you say I got you. Ade for you. Ojo. They tell me say she be OS. Oscro. Now waiting I know, yeah. Plenty talk for her matter. From Lagos down to Addis Ababa, yeah.
Yeah, so for the backups, it's just the same chain. What I did, I sent all the backups to a different insert so I could apply the auto tune. So by here, I'm just using the default FL Studio plugin, which is the pitcher. Yeah, just using the pitcher because it's less CPU consuming, right? I just use the pitcher and I just played around with the pan. So pan some, you'll see I panned some, I'm 80% left, 80% right, 60%, 60, just playing left and right, with them. Then I routed all of them, as you can see, all of them routed to this lead bus, right? So we have everything routed to the lead bus, and on this lead bus, I just basically copy the same lead vocal chain right there. But I just took out the NS, the noise suppressor, but it's still the same chain. You can see our EQ, our SSL comp, still the same thing. Though I adjusted the SSL compressor, adjusted it a little bit. Like you can see, it's different from that. So it just fits the vibe. Then we have the Q3, the same. Then the smooth operator, also the same. Then the CLA 76, I think it's the same. I just adjusted the gain. Then the exciter, the same thing, but I just brought down, the mix level to 43. Then on this, I'm just adding the delay, the reverb on the chain. So I'm using the pop plate. And that's just basically everything.
For them no fit, yeah. Plenty, cho. Now she they give them OT. Guinea casoro. I did for you. Girl, make I be your sponsor. I did for you. Girl, make I give you password to my wallet. I did for you. Many ways I fit tell you say I got you. I did for you. Oh, sure. They tell me say she be OS. Oscro. Now waiting I know, yeah. Plenty talk for her mother. From Lagos down to Addis Ababa, yeah. Fine girl shatarata. Up north where she's from Casablanca, yeah. I pay her like I'm a maga. I know send all their dog their placenta. Bad boys want to offer panties, but them no fit, yeah. Oh, she me.
I trust you guys, that's basically everything else on that mix. You can listen to it, listen to the song, you're gonna see sounds the same. Like you can hear the presence in the vocals, and they're not really doing much. There's no parallel compression, there's nothing complex. Like I said earlier, once your mix sounds nice, nothing is clipping, nothing is, not that for the mix now, I'll just come and, carry the reverb of the lead vocal. Let me show you what I mean. I know nobody's gonna do that, but you can just imagine.
What if I like your baby? What if I like your style? Them say you did.
Then you know that something is up now. You know that that's not right. So once you can just make your mix sound, neat, clean, everybody can hear it, nothing is completing, add your reverb, add your delay. Trust me, you have a good mix. But when you start overthinking it, man, that's when you want to be doing too much. You're gonna do mix 1, mix 20, mix 30. And for the mix, this was the mix. The master was done by Nize, so I didn't master it. After mixing, he sent it over to Nize, and Nize handled the mastering, and he did 2 versions, so we actually just picked one, right? But yeah, so that's just everything for the mix.
What if I like your baby? What if I like your style? Them say you they use them for me, but it no be their consign. No. Even if for Amatan, you they drip like mad, there's no one like you. Started walk by Olofa, settle my for this your back, everything brand new. Bad boys want to offer panties, but them no fit, yeah. Oh, she me, Niko sell me, yeah. Bad boys want to offer panties, but them no fit, yeah. Plenty, cho. Now she they give them OT. Guinea casoro. I did for you. Girl, make I be your sponsor. I did for you. Girl, make I give you password to my wallet. I did for you. Many ways I fit tell you say I got you. I did for you. Oh, sure. They tell me say she be OS. Oscro. Now waiting I know, yeah.
Yeah, man, so that's the mix period. I hope you got something from this. Hope this was helpful. You could just copy the vocal chain, try it on your own mixes, and hopefully it sounds amazing. But if you're on the Patreon, I'm just gonna take out the vocals and just send you the template, so you could just try it on your own mix. Hopefully you have Waves Studio, and also you have far filter. So yeah, like I said, hope you got something. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, turn on the bell notification, also drop a comment for me, drop something nice for me now. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys in the next video. Peace.